I just hit 100,000 subscribers and I just got myself an intern. This is Charles and this is his 2021 Rocky Mountain Thunderbolt Alloy 10. Actually, this bike isn't really sad. It's basically brand new and so is 14-year-old Charles to mountain biking. And normally with sad to rad, I take a sad bike and make it rad, but this time he has all these cool color upgrades and he's sad because he doesn't know how to put them on. So let's make him work for it. All right, Charles, so you've never converted your bike to tubeless before, right?
No, I haven't.
Well, let's go ahead and take off your wheels and let's see if you got lucky if your rims are pre-taped for tubeless. While he takes off the wheels and deals with through axles for the first time, I'd like to thank this video sponsor, Element. Hey dude, shift to the hardest gears to make it easier to take off that back wheel. Well, Element has lots of salt and no sugar, 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium, a perfect formulation that closely matches what you lose when you're sweating. Oh, hold on real quick. Hey man, you gotta lift up the wheel and pull the axle straight out, and then do a little dance with the derailleur to glide the back wheel right out of there. All right, sorry. Element is just $1.10 per serving with the 120 pack, making it the best deal electrolyte pack on the market, not to mention the best formula too. I highly recommend Element and it just makes me feel amazing. So go get yourself some at drinkelement.com/Evan and get a free sample pack with any purchase. That way you can try all the flavors. But this deal is only available through my link, drinkelement.com/Evan. One thing I didn't tell Charles is if he does a good job today, I'm actually gonna give him these P&W bars just because I think this orange accent would look sick on that Rocky Mountain. All right, dude, as you saw, even taking off the wheels can be kind of difficult, right?
It is.
But all right, let's deflate these tires, pop the bead, and let's see if you got, pre-taped for tubeless. So I'll get to that bead into the center channel and it should be good to go. All right, dude, the good news is your rims came pre-taped for tubeless.
Nice.
Dude, that is so huge because taping for tubeless, I think is the hardest part of the whole ordeal. But now we can just focus on getting on the tires and let's get in the valves first.
Let's do it.
So one thing that I like to do to get it a little bit more snug is sometimes these are kind of sharp on your fingers. So I'll take a tire lever and I'll press it down here. And that way you can get a couple extra turns there and that's all you need. All right, and the next step is my favorite. Let's violently remove the tubes.
Go.
Get that out of there. Now tubeless is a really good upgrade because one, it saves a lot of weight, and two, it helps with punctures. Your first time doing it is gonna be rough. You're gonna spill a lot of sealant, and that brings us to our next step. Let's pop these on and get it all filled up. Well, that was pretty easy.
It was.
Dang, dude. So now what I like to do before putting the sealant in is taking my air compressor and getting the bead seated all the way over the rim because we want to try to avoid a messy situation with the sealant.
Oh, excuse me.
Well, I got the bead seated and now you can expect a little bit of air loss, but if you hear a lot, maybe something is wrong with your tubeless tape or maybe even your valve. But now we can take out the core and we're gonna inject our sealant into here. So here's my real nice sealant injector. And if you're committed to the sport, if you're having fun, definitely invest in one of these. It's like 20 bucks and it really takes out the hassle. All right, let's get that sealant in there. But the goal is do not spill a one drop, okay?
Okay,
no spilling.
I'll try not to. Okay.
Okay, yeah, so the sealant, oh, you already spilled a drop? All right, look at that technique. That is some good stuff right there. Wow, only one drop spilled for your very first time?
That's pretty good in my opinion.
I remember the first time I did tubeless, I had to use bungee cords around the whole tire and pull over the bead, and I must have spilled half the dang bottle. But let's pump this up one last time, and you got tubeless, that's it. All right, Charles, you did an excellent job. You only spilled one drop at your first tubeless. That's amazing.
Wow.
But what else you got in the box there?
I have a whole bunch of color accents for you guys, but you're just gonna have to wait and see.
All right. Don't drop the fork, dude. You can do it, almost got it. Well, right about now is when you wish you had 3 arms, but here I will help you. All right, next up is a seat post clamp. Now this is a DD seat post clamp and it's one of the best deals on the market. I'll have a link in the description for all the parts used today. Now Charles, this is actually way more difficult to change out the seat post clamp with a dropper post.
Why is it more difficult?
Well, because there's a cable running internally. So go ahead and pull it and I'm gonna feed it through this side. Well, it's actually not gonna work out that easy. We're gonna have to take off the dropper lever because I don't have enough slack right here. Because ideally we're gonna be able to lay this down and then pop off the cable, but it's not working out. So this is called a dropper post actuator, and this is where the cable goes. Now it can be a little bit tricky to get it off, and if it's too tricky, we're just gonna pop out the bolt and just slide the clamp right over the top there. I then gave Charles a quick lesson about using a torque wrench, which he'd never used before. Over tightening the seat post clamp can pinch the dropper and affect it going up and down. Wait, hold on. Way over tightened it. You see that? That means it's tight enough. There you go. All right, good work. At this point, we had been going at it for hours, and obviously filming takes a lot longer, but Charles had this cool seat. But when I went to go help him, he said, I got this. So I let him have at it. Man, these young guys can learn so quickly. Charles, wait.
What?
Since you've been so good today and you've done a really good job, I actually want to give you these bars. I think they'd match really well on your bike. They're P&W loam bars, I think. But there's one stipulation. In order for you to keep these bars, you must hit the drop at the skills park, a slaughter pin. And if you don't, I'm gonna take them back at the end of the video.
Okay, I accept the challenge.
All right, here you go, dude. But I think there's gonna be a problem.
What?
We're gonna have to cut them down.
Oh yeah.
All right, well, we've run into our final issue that we gotta deal with because, dude, I'm just telling you, working on bikes, there's always gonna be an issue that you run into. It seems like it never really goes that smooth, but these bars are too wide for you. Have you ever cut bars before?
No, I haven't.
Well, there's two ways to cut bars. You can either do it with a hacksaw, which what you got here. I prefer to use this with a fork, but we have some pipe cutters, and that's how we're gonna do it. Luckily, these bars have pre-printed little lines to cut, and it makes it pretty easy. What happened there? All right, the bike is complete, and dude, this thing turned out amazing.
I know, right? Let's stare at it.
What? You can't say it. That's trademarked.
Really?
All right, Charles, how are you feeling today about that drop?
I'm feeling really good. I think I might hit it.
All right. Well, we got to get warmed up. I'm on a new bike that you haven't seen yet, but you're going to have to guess what bike it is in the comments down below. And Charles, tubeless actually makes a huge difference. So let's get warmed up real quick.
All right.
All right, Charles, let's do it.
All right.
Be careful. Yeah, Charles. Yeah. Yeah, dude. All right, Charles, we're all warmed up. Do you notice the difference with all your upgrades?
I do notice a difference. When I'm going off the landing, my tires are much more squishier and it saves my impact.
Well, now it is time to man up and hit the drop. If not, I'm taking back those bars. So you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. This is the Slaughter Pen Skills Park, and that is the drop that Charles has been eyeing up for months now. All right, Charles, see, that wasn't too bad. Just no brakes, just roll off of it. What do you think? You ready to hit it?
I think I'm ready to hit it, Evan.
All right, dude, give me that camera. What do you think, dude? You got it?
I think I might get it, Evan.
It's time. All right, Charles is working his way back up to the top. He's terrified. This drop has been haunting him for months now. Yeah. Heck yeah, dude. You earned those bars, dude. How
Going
was
up
it?
it, I was like, oh, and then I'm like, you know, just send it. And it wasn't actually that bad. It just looked scary.
Well, congrats. Stay tuned, because I got a new bike coming to the channel very soon.